Welcome, my name is Chet Wojcik from Design Construction Group and Alliance Medical Gas.
And I'm Julianne Kretka with Park Square Realty in Westfield, Massachusetts. We're filming today at Open Square in Holyoke.
And our spotlight on business is Physical Training Solutions.
Welcome to Strictly Businews. I want to thank Julianne and Chet for coming on today.
Hello.
This is Corey, my guest co-host, who's a little unprepared today, so you're going to expect a lot of randomness from her.
Does your bracelet match your shirt?
And I'm Alfonso. Thank you. Welcome to the show. First topic we're going to go into is New York Times is going out of print in the near future. They announced it. The publisher and chairman, Arthur Sulzberger Jr., expected the Gray Lady to no longer be a physical newspaper. I never heard it being
Is that the same as
called.
the fat lady?
That lady's about to sing.
Yeah, I never heard it called the Gray Lady. I don't know what that means. But it lost 27.2% or ad revenue over the year 2008 and 2009.
27% over the past year alone?
Over from 2008 to 2009.
Wow. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it happening. People are going online to read up in the morning. They're more so apt to just jump to the computer, read something. I just foresee this coming, and it's going to be going on.
There's certainly more of a variety of newspapers out there online as well. Anywhere across the world, you can get newspapers online.
Yeah. I mean, there's some newspapers and some magazines you can go on and you can read online, but it's not the same article as it is in the magazine, or vice versa. So, for instance, I know Fast Company. You can read the magazine, but the same articles won't be on the web.
But this is ad revenue. That means companies not spending money. It doesn't mean subscribers not buying copy.
Yeah.
So where are the advertisers spending that money if they're not spending it in the paper?
But the newspaper can't substantiate printing without advertising.
Yeah. They, they're not charged. New York Times is what, a couple dollars?
Right.
I mean, granted, I'm sure they've lost sales because people who got laid off, who can't afford even a couple dollars, they think of the little things to cut off first. So I'm assuming the New York Times, they've lost, not just New York Times, any newspaper has lost money in general. New York Times is actually going to work with BetaWorks to launch News.me, which is a social news service, they're calling it, partnering. BetaWorks is bringing the product to the market. John Borthwick, the BetaWorks CEO, told the newspaper it has already been in development for the past 6 months and is hoping to launch by the end of 2010. I'm going to quote him. It says, abstract, it's a vision of how social sharing and the real-time web are going to influence the news consumption experience. We decided to develop a prototype that we think will illustrative of where the world was heading. It's kind of like Facebook. The news is, you see the news on the feed. If what I'm envisioning what this is going to be, I think it's going to be the same thing, where it's just going to post news in real time.
I'm thinking it's going to be more like a Paper.li type thing, where you're going to be able to pick and choose where you want it to draw the news from.
What is the Paper.li, so if people don't know what it is?
Oh, it's my fun toy I've been playing with.
This is my fun toy.
Paper.li is really cool. I love Twitter, and I love the information that flows through Twitter. And I don't have time to sit there and read the Twitter feed all day long. The Paper.li allows me to set up a keyword search, and then within a 24-hour period, Paper.li delivers to my inbox a link that goes to a newspaper format of all the links and the information that was posted about that search.
Per your request.
Per my request.
Do you know your website, so if they want to go check out your
it's
site?
not my website. What I do is it's a Twitter search for the hashtag Western Mass, Western MA. And then I do another one that's based on my personal list of Western MA Twitter users.
Oh, so everyone can make up their own.
Exactly.
Wow.
And you can customize it. So, and you can customize it around your own search terms. I have another one for the hashtag real estate. So it takes everything that flows through Twitter with that hashtag, delivers it to me in a newspaper format. That's awesome.
That is great.
Awesome.
I just think that things are becoming obsolete. Print newspapers, you have devices now like the iPad that allows you to access a newspaper on a device, and then in the same breath, print advertising is becoming obsolete, and that's why you should advertise with Strictly Businews.
Good segue.
Good plug.
Reach a whole new medium.
Yeah.
Let's go right into our next topic. Job openings rise, first time since April. The Labor Department says the number of jobs advertised rose 6.2% to 3.04 million, which is awesome. The last time it was below 4.4 million was in December 2007. So I mean, it's gone up drastically from the past 3 years. It says, great. Maybe what we talked about the last episode of the unemployment checks. Maybe you guys can get off the couch a little bit.
There are openings out there.
They are. People have to look for it. I mean,
He's so mean, isn't he?
I'm not mean.
A couple weeks ago, it was like, look at the Snuggie. They made all this money with people on the couch. It's like, good for Snuggie, bad for those unemployed.
No.
My question in this one is, what are those jobs? Are they? What are those jobs?
True.
Are they part-time jobs? Are they full-time jobs? Are they entry-level, low-paying jobs that you can't support a family on?
Yeah.
Well, based on timing of when this announcement was, I see it a lot as retail seasonal type of positions right now with the winter season coming.
Temp jobs.
Yeah.
Temp jobs.
Yeah.
But
It did say there was a lot of medical here,
Yes.
and that's good paying.
Well, that's one of the nice things about medical is that whether the economy's good or bad, people get sick.
Yeah.
So there's always medical work out there.
Well, last episode we talked about how the 99 weeks of the extra for the unemployment checks is almost coming towards its end. So I don't know if how that's going to play into the new job openings, but I mean, it's been getting better. Just overall, it's been getting better little by little. So hopefully by winter, especially when the holidays come around, there'll be more opportunities for people, just to get back on.
I know the real estate market's doing really well.
Yeah. Contact. Next topic: the future of ad agencies and social media. The market and advertising is changed drastically. Agencies are rapidly adopting new strategies and outlooks. How consumers interact with their brand. Social media is just one thing that just blew up overnight between Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Vimeo, now Foursquare, which is, no one thought that would be a social media avenue to promote one's business, but it's just blown up where it's free sites where people just, you promote your business, promote your brand, who you are, and a great customer service tool, I believe. There's different ways that people are saying, social media is great now, but it's going to change later. There's different avenues or different things that's going to enhance social media, not just keep it at its plateau. There's coming out new software. The location campaigns, which with Foursquare and Gowalla, those are going to be picking up a lot heavier, especially with the smaller businesses. Because you see Starbucks did their promotion with Foursquare. Right. You get your small business to, come here, check in 15 times, you get 10% off. Or, I see the geolocation just really picking up, especially with Facebook adding it in. There's more people on Facebook than there is on Foursquare. Just because Facebook is 500 plus million users, Foursquare is nearly not even close to that. It's just easier for people to go on their Facebook on their smartphone and just, this is where I'm at. I think there's no plateau for social media. I think it's just going to be ever changing and a whole new avenue of advertising.
Well, and the question is, how is that going to affect the future of ad agencies? And I think the whole, forgive me, but I didn't get the Old Spice thing, okay? It went over my head, I missed it, I still don't get it. Okay, enough said. But the question is, where is that gonna, where is all of this gonna leave the ad agencies? And I think that advertising has to become more interactive.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. And I can give you a perfect example. My mother decided she was gonna buy an iPad during tax-free weekend. Mm-hmm. We went to the mall, we went to the Apple store, we went to Best Buy, we went to all the big box places, and in the end, we bought from Yes Computers in Northampton. Right. Because I had an interaction with them that was personal.
Right.
And I felt, let's shop local, let's shop where we know we can go for response if we need it.
Yeah.
And that interaction is what sold us the iPad at that location.
Well, for me personally, I think knowing where your money goes is important.
Yeah.
So whether it's a local gas station or restaurant, I'd rather go to somebody that I know where my money's going to and what I'm supporting.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the interaction just makes it even more personal.
I do agree that advertising needs to be more engaging with the audience, because I know personally I breeze over advertising all the time. Right. Whether it be TV or I don't even read the newspaper. So
he reads 11
I read 11 of them, so
he makes up for what we don't read.
Oh my God.
11
online.
papers a day, every day.
1 in paper, 11 online.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tells you where we're going.
and one web show online.
He can support the New York Times all by himself.
Businews all the time.
Yes, all the time, every day.
So that's why we're getting so many hits. But next topic, Verizon is to sell prepaid smartphones. Announced on Thursday. It's gonna happen September 28th. We'll start online. They're selling it online. They're gonna start this week in store. Very smart for them. They're gonna most of the prepaid phones have been low end, cheap phones. They're gonna start taking it up a notch. The only thing is with the article that we read, it said that they're gonna charge $250, for example, for a BlackBerry, but then you have to it's available with a $20 contract. You have to pay the $30 internet charge. It's just like it's a contract without it being a contract. You can cancel it any time.
Right.
Which is great. I think they said the target was a hit for the people with lower income who can't afford the sign a 2-year contract. I'm gonna have to think about signing on to that, because if I can cancel any time when the new iPhone comes out and it's a little more fixed, I can just worry about that.
That's the thing, is that they want people to start signing up with them in the meantime. Like, people don't want to commit because there's this new technology coming out every single day.
Yeah.
So they don't want to commit to Verizon because the iPhone keeps updating to new generations of their phone. So this is money in their pocket without the commitment.
Well, Verizon's not the first one to do so. Sprint did it first. Who else did it?
Yeah, at this point, AT&T is the only one that's not doing
it. Yeah, exactly.
The difference with Sprint was you could use existing equipment. You didn't have to buy new equipment to have the prepaid. So anybody that obtained a Sprint phone could get that prepaid phone.
Yeah, it's the same thing with T-Mobile because they have the chip that goes in.
Exactly.
My biggest fear with this, they're not going to make enough revenue and they're going to start jacking my rates up.
That's what also the article said, that they're going to cover the pay for the prepaid is going to be the people who have the contracts. They're going to be getting more fees.
That's going to burn.
I know that they took away the 3G or the coverage, ultimate coverage. You know what I mean? They took that away. Now if you go over your usage, you have to pay per mill or whatever you call it.
With who?
With Verizon.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, nobody's touching my unlimited coverage.
AT&T's already done it.
No, I have unlimited.
Well, no, if you've already, they're not going to take it away from someone. You're grandfathered in. But if you, for instance, you get someone to come on a family plan, you take.
I can't take my data plan.
Well, if you get someone who you sign on to go to your family plan, you take someone off, then it changes, and then you're grandfathered out.
Right.
Yes. That's what we call it.
Actually, I just read that because AT&T, I just learned, has the A-list now. And I have...
Are you on the A-list?
You are.
She is the A-list.
I just... I like it. No, I now have 10 numbers that I can put into my plan that I can call and be unlimited with.
Oh, okay.
On top of...
But you have an unlimited plan anyway.
Oh, I have a limited minutes plan.
Okay.
But with the free nights and weekends and the mobile to mobile, and then I have the rollover minutes, I very rarely use all of my plan. But if I could take those 10 numbers out, boy, my rollover bank's going to really fill up. So, but my data plan's the one you don't want to mess with, because I'm going to have to get.
You don't want Julian to get mad.
Don't take my data plan.
Last topic. Fantasy football, big thing that's going on right now.
Absolutely.
I read this article from Businessweek.com. They're calling it the new internet porn. Apparently they took over Facebook because I thought that's what Facebook was called. But there are 30 million fantasy football players in the U.S. and Canada, 54% increase from just the past 2 years, and most of them they have these jobs. There's this one guy who made $92,000 in 1 year and quit because he couldn't play fantasy football at his job. There's a group for that.
Oh, that's the guy that got fired, I think. Was that the one that got... Because one of them got fired.
No, one of them got fired because it was the underground league, and they weren't supposed to talk about it, and the boss overheard, so he got fired, and he didn't... Well, he was a good guy, I guess, and rat everyone out.
But they drilled him for like an hour and a half trying to get the names of the people in the office that he was playing with.
Well, that wouldn't happen if you didn't have strict IT solutions, too.
Yeah. So, well, you got to think of, you do this on your own time, great, but you're getting paid to do your job. And if you're going online to worry about scores and you're texting so-and-so, and I understand what the bosses are trying to do because, you're paying them to do their job. Especially if you're paying them $92,000, I'm not paying you to go play around. I know a lot of people, I have friends and brothers who are fantasy players of every sport. And I don't see anything wrong with it, but if it interferes with what you do for a living, then there's something wrong.
And you could do a whole nother segment just on, the workplace and internet and things people do at work that they shouldn't be doing.
Loss of production and time and the cost
Absolutely.
involved, not necessarily to the people, but to the owners of the businesses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're saying there's this guy named Dustin Ashby. He's a commissioner of the World Championship of Fantasy Football. Yes, that's a real thing. A high-stakes league, $300,000 grand prize. He thinks positive attributes of fantasy sports will be undetermined. It's a healthy game, he calls it. FX just made a TV show called The League, which is based around fantasy sports.
Exactly.
No, you don't get paid, right? There's nothing. Winnings to be made.
No, there's
like a pool. People put in money into it. They put a pool. You pay $20. Some get a little crazy and put in $100 per person.
Yeah.
The winner takes it all. It's like a team. You can trade players. You can do it's.
And it's not just football either.
No,
I mean baseball, NASCAR, hockey. I mean every single sports team out there has a fantasy group.
It's pretty much for the people who couldn't make it as athletes. They can be coaches and do their own thing and pretend that these players are under their team and kind of trade them off and
live
try to make
vicariously
money.
through others.
Yeah, exactly.
The Wikipedia thing on it is like 12 pages long because there's that much information about how it works and there's different kinds of leagues and different levels of leagues and it's ridiculous.
We should start a fantasy business.
It was way over my
head. Fantasy business league. I'm gonna start working on that for you guys.
You can pick me over Al.
That's pretty much a given.
Nunzio would be a good choice.
Well, apparently Nunzio doesn't think Corey likes him because every time he comes on the show, Corey isn't here. So
it's nothing personal, I swear. When's he on again?
Scheduling conflict.
Yeah. Guys, thank you for coming on.
Our pleasure.
And we'll be right back. Welcome back. We want to thank all our Facebook fans and all our followers on Twitter. You guys have been a great support for us and watching the episodes. So we're doing a little contest for you guys.
So go on to our Facebook page and become our 300th fan. And our 300th fan will become the next guest co-host on the show closest to when the 300th fan. What am I saying right now? What?
Just log on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/strictlybusiness. Tell your friends to become fans. You can see your friend on our show. 300th person.
So messed up.
Yeah. 300th person, you will automatically become guest co-host and join us in all the fun and laughter that you have. And this is like 18th take, so you'll get to see us live and in person.
Yes.
So we'll be right back. So welcome back. I'm here with Amy Krabowski, owner of Fiscal Training Solutions. Amy, what is Fiscal Training Solutions?
Fiscal Training Solutions provides QuickBooks training to people who have never even looked at the product before. We get a lot of that. And to users who've been using it for a long time and want to see what else it'll do. We're also a full-charge bookkeeping service. We started about 2 years ago.
So you started 2 years ago. How did the business start?
No, the QuickBooks training started 11 years ago now, in 99, when I got laid off from a job teaching other people how to do things and decided I'd become a consultant. And took an awesome class over at STIC, a fast-track class on how to start your business, and came out as a QuickBooks Pro advisor and started working in my home and moved out of my home, I think, 6 years ago now.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So what kind of services do you do offer? I know you said bookkeeping is one of them, but what other services?
Bookkeeping's everybody knows what bookkeeping is, and we do that both at our place or at theirs. But the QuickBooks training is what I really love to do and what really excites me, and we do that in a bunch of different ways. One-on-one training, we can go out to their place and do it right there. We tailor it specifically for whatever company we're working with. We do a lot now with technology, so we can do remote access and we can fix things over the internet for you. And we do webinars where we teach QuickBooks over the internet.
Oh, great. So what kind of businesses have you worked for before?
that's actually the part I really love because we deal with all kinds of businesses. We deal with the moms and pops who work out of their homes and do a lot of service businesses, couple of retail stores, and a manufacturing business which manufactures all the road salt you see in the winter. They transport it all over the country and wouldn't know it was right here in Westfield.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and there's a logging company on Boston Road in Wilbraham you wouldn't know was there either.
Oh, wow.
So I meet all kinds of crazy people and all kinds of wonderful
I like crazy people.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, you were one of the people I was thinking of, actually.
Great. So what's next for fiscal training?
Next, we're going to try to do more online. We're going to try to do more with the online technology, cloud computing, where you can have access to your QuickBooks no matter where you are anytime. So we're looking into more of those technology kind of things and bringing the bookkeeping up. And then we just started, last week started doing payroll as part of the bookkeeping services.
Oh, great. What's your website, so if they want to check out more information on fiscal training solutions?
The website is www.fiscaltraining, and that's F as in Frank, I, S as in Sam, CAL, training.com. Fiscal comes from my once upon a time nonprofit environment.
Anything else you want to tell the viewers?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Just I enjoyed my time here, so thanks.
Well, thank you for coming on, and we'll be right back.
So thanks for tuning in. Again, we're here at Fiscal Training at Open Square.
We want to thank you guys for watching, like Corey just said, but
We want to thank you again.
yes. So check us out next time. We will be at
Salon 322, located in Agawam / Feeding Hills, Massachusetts.
See you guys next time.
We forgive you.